Welcome back to our software design development unit. In this lesson we will look at the first of our standard algorithms, a linear search. Our learning intentions for this lesson are as follows. We'll learn how to use a linear search algorithm to find the position of a specific piece of data in a list. As always, we have some success criteria. The success criteria for this lesson is as follows. Be able to implement linear search and describe its operation. We will start this lesson with a definition. Linear search is an algorithm that searches for a specified piece of data in a list or array and returns its index position. In a linear search, a requested data item and an item in the list or array are compared with one another. If they're the same, then we indicate that a requested data item has been found. In this way, we get a value returned of the index position in the array where we find that data item. If the value is not found, then this is returned to the user. Let's now look at an example using the code on the left hand side, our array called students, and a trace table. Within the trace table, we will see the value of each variable at each line of the code. We'll step through the code highlighting each line in turn. In line 1, we set the variable found to equal false. This is a Boolean variable. As you can see, this has been updated in our trace table. Line 2, count equals 0. In line 3, the user will input the name that they are looking for. This is the search term. In this case, they enter the name Kelly. In line 5, we enter the conditional loop. In line 7, we compare our search term to the value in our array students. Count at this time, as we know, is 0. So we'll look in student 0. So student I is Julie. Our search term is Kelly. These do not match. Therefore, we do not set true found to true, and we do not display our count, that is 0. In line 11, we increment our count by 1. And in line 13, we see that found is false and count is 1. Therefore, we go back round the loop. Going back round the loop, again we have incremented count to equal 1 in this point. So that is Dave, student I is Dave, Kelly, they do not match. Found will remain at false. Count at line 9 is still 1. At line 11 it's incremented to 2. At line 13 we see that count will be 2 and found is still false. Again, in this occasion, count is incremented to 2. Student I will be Alan. Again, we're looking for Kelly. Found is still false. Count at line 9 is still 2. At line 11, we will increment this time to 3. Count is still 3 and we are still at false in this case. Again, we iterate round. Student I will be John in this case, as our counter is equal to 3. Looking for Kelly, again found is still true. Count at line 9 is 3. Line 11 we increment to 4. Counts at 4 and we're still at false, therefore we go back round the loop. We have not met the condition, any condition within that conditional loop, therefore we go back round the loop. 4, again we've got Dave and Kelly, we are still at false. 4 at line 11 we'll increment by 1 to increment that counter to traverse that array. We are now at 5. Our boolean at line 13 is still false. Again, going back round the loop. In this case, student I is 5, which is Kelly. Our search term we're looking for is Kelly, and that's in the variable name. Those two are the same. Therefore, at line 8, we set the boolean variable found to true. At line 9, our count is 5. Therefore, we've displayed position 5. We do not increment in this case because the condition at line 7 is true. Count is 5 and found is true, therefore meeting the condition to exit that loop. Thank you for watching these series of videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so.